Kooringal stud at Wagga Wagga is in prime thoroughbred breeding land in southwestern New South Wales. This year they welcome Merchant Navy off the back of his first Group 1 winner. It's again a beautiful day. I mean, you could call this horse heaven, couldn't you, Kooringal stud, because it's so green. It's such a wonderful place to be raising young horses.
Yeah, that's right, Caroline. We've had a fantastic winter, plenty of rainfall, and really gearing up to have a fantastic spring, I would think. It's been a lovely amount of rain, and yeah, pasture's looking great. We've got a fantastic team around us. Yeah, we're very lucky in that respect. We've got a couple of people in Junee and a few from Wagga, and a number of students that are doing part-time stuff here. And yeah, it's just a really great feel and a great team around us. That includes vets and farriers and all sorts as well. You know, there's really good spot to be in.
Well, it's always exciting to have new stallions, and of course this year we'll talk first of all about Merchant Navy. He was at Coolmore Stud. We know he won the Coolmore Stud Stakes and he won at Royal Ascot as well. But I guess for them, you know, Coolmore bring on so many new stallions that often it's a great opportunity for a smaller farm to take on one of their, well, now proven Group 1 producing sires.
Yeah, well, that's right. And he's certainly ticking a lot of boxes, you know, with juvenile Group winners and Group 1 winners already. His oldest are only 3-year-olds still at the moment. So yeah, it's an exciting time, and great that Coolmore's given us the nod to take him over and trust us with him going forward.
Merchant Navy on the near side of City Light.
Well, he was such a popular horse. Of course, we remember, you know, particularly the scenes at Royal Ascot, and we know even, you know, from this year or any year really, just how hard it is to win those races as an Australian travelling overseas. And you can see here today, his temperament must have been such a big part of it as well, because he's such a fast net rock, isn't he? He's such a laid-back dude.
Oh, he's a lovely horse and a real professional. He just does everything with ease. He's been, from day one, he's just stepped onto the farm. He's settled in so beautifully. He's only been here not that long now, and yeah, we're very happy to have him around. When
you first laid eyes on him as a stallion that's obviously let down now, what were your first thoughts looking at him?
Yeah, he's obviously a very strong horse, real powerhouse. He's probably slightly taller than he looks just because he's so built, strength-wise. He's yeah, a lovely individual, just nicely balanced and can get a type.
As I mentioned, that Group 1, the Coolmore Stud Stakes, and that is so tough. You know, we see how competitive that is year in, year out with the best bred horses, and they're all up against each other. And for him to be the winner of that race of his generation stamps him as such an elite horse.
Yeah, absolutely. He was a real powerhouse on the racetrack. He won 7 of 10 starts and placed in 2 others. So to only be out of the placings once is a huge effort, and to win over $2 million at your 10 starts, like, he just was a serious athlete. Coolmore that we're looking at other options for him, and I've always been sort of in the background there trying to get my hands on a few of their horses. Obviously they do a great job up there, and they've got some of the best bloodlines in the world. Merchant Navy just didn't get as many mares last year because they are trying to push the new horses, but I mean, since then he's just ticking a lot of boxes, so he'll cover a lot more mares this year.
Royal Merchant after she dances.
Royal Merchant, well, she won the Tobin Bronze, the Group 2, and then of course won the Goodwood Handicap, and you know, outstanding to get, you know, a Group 1 winner with a filly too, winning a tough race like that.
Yeah, exactly. It's fantastic, and to do that with your oldest progeny that are only 3-year-old, it's amazing. So for me to get a horse like that, that's a multiple Group 1 winning sprinter, you know, in Australia, Northern Hemisphere as well, we're just thrilled to have him.
At Steel City we saw winning the Magic Night Stakes, so that's, you know, the 2-year-old crop coming through as well. So, you know, there's so much upside, and we know, of course, we've talked about the Fastnet Rock, but Legally Bay, there's so much upside in his family as well for anyone breeding to Merchant Navy.
Yeah, absolutely. There is a lot of bloodlines there that you can tap into, and Steel City, I mean, she was dreadfully unlucky in the Blue Diamond as well. Like, I think we should expect big things from her in the spring. I'm really excited to see her come back, as well as Royal Merchant and a few others.
Finance Tycoon with Ingratiating and
Finance Tycoon, a Maribyrnong Plate winner. Of course, he beat Ingratiating and Marine One, came back and beat the Breeders' Plate winners Shaquiro on the Gold Coast, and he made up a stack of ground in that Magic Millions behind Shaquiro in the 2-year-old Classic. But, the Maribyrnong Plate, again, this is, the Victorian version of the Breeders' Plate. This is where the real up-and-go 2-year-olds shine.
Absolutely, yeah. He was a real surprise packet. If you look at him, he's a big leggy horse, but he just had that real length of stride and sustained speed that just broke the hearts of the others. So it's going to be really exciting to see what we get this season. He's got his first foals arriving this spring. He's only new to us, but there's plenty of mares that have come in foal with the horse as well. So I'm really excited to see. He's got a huge hind quarter on him and plenty of strength behind the saddle. So it's going to be interesting to see what sort of types he gets. He's from a fantastic female line as well, and there's plenty of options for breeders to tap back into some really high quality bloodlines.
Well, he was fourth to Artorias in the Blue Diamond, and we know what a champion he was even back then. Won the Vobis Showdown, a 2-year-old race worth nearly $1 million now, and then came back at 3 and won the Sedative. It's been won by the likes of Santa Ana Lane, Denman, not a single doubt. So, to come back at 3, that's a good race to come back and win.
Absolutely. The run in the Blue Diamond was fantastic, and he was one of the only ones on the speed that was able to stick on. They swamped them at the end there. He's run a really good race in the Vobis Showdown. He won that by 4.5 lengths. Then he went and won the Sedative Stakes as well, the Group 3, and just led all the way again and just broke their hearts.
But he's from that great Sibulet Fanfreluche family. We know in Costa de Lago, Flying Spur, so many other stallion influences carried this boy's blood. And of course, Written Tycoon, now he's at a private fee at Yulong Farm. So he is one of Australia's elite stallions.
Absolutely. Written Tycoon just keeps surprising, really. He just gets better and better and gets a lot of good horses. So, to get another good stallion prospect by him is fantastic.
And Prized Icon, we've filmed him before up here, and just I've always loved this horse, obviously. That More Than Ready Danehill Cross, we see the More Than Ready blood really exceeding through Better Than Ready, who's done so well, particularly with his 2-year-olds. It was so great to see Tropical Squall winning, as a late season 2-year-old in his first crop at Canterbury in winter.
Absolutely. It's only a matter of time and we're going to see some really nice horses by him. They just seem to be a prep away, a lot of them as 2-year-olds, and the trainers are still saying they're giving me a lot of confidence. We've just got to be patient. But yeah, very happy with the win of Tropical Squall, and she could do big things in the spring. I know Gay and Adrian have got big opinion of her, and let's hope she can fly the flag for him.
And Sandbar, the 3-quarter brother to Farnan, just an outstanding sprinting looking son of Snitzel from a Street Cry mare. Tell us about him as well, because he's just throwing these most beautiful foals we saw today.
Yeah, look, I'm really thrilled with him. I think he might be a bit of a sleeper. He's got some really lovely weanlings coming through, big hindquarters on them, just nice neat joints, great attitude, and really thrilled with him.
Yeah, well it is. I mean, a lot of people in this region are breed to race people, but I know with these stallions, particularly Merchant Navy Finance Tycoon, you're going to be getting a lot of mares coming from all around the place to be coming here this spring.
Yeah, absolutely. There's horses coming from all over the place, South Australia and Queensland, and down from Scone and things like that. So really happy. There'll be a few popping over the border from Victoria, no doubt. And yeah, it's a really exciting place to be.